Hello everyone, my name is Jean-Vier Richardson and this is my Who Am I report. This mineral is an essential trace mineral. Minimal amounts are deemed necessary for one's health and it must be consumed on a regular basis because the human body cannot store this mineral in excess. This mineral is known as a trace mineral because small amounts of it must be consumed from food to ensure adequate health and development. The dietary reference intake for this mineral varies by sex and stage in life. So for the estimated average requirement for males between the ages of 19 and 50, they are expected to have 9.4 milligrams per day, and females of the same age bracket are expected to have 6.8 milligrams per day. Unless the female is pregnant, then they would be expected to have 9.5 milligrams per day, and if they are lactating, they are expected to have 10.4 milligrams per day. The recommended dietary allowance for males between the ages of 19 and 50 would be 11 milligrams per day, and females of the same age bracket would be expected to have 8 milligrams per day. I find it important to mention that the recommended dietary allowance is based on the amount of the mineral needed to replace daily losses from the body. That being said, a vegetarian of this age group would need to consume approximately 50% more of this mineral to meet their bodily needs. The tolerable upper intake level for males and females, including those who are pregnant and/or lactating between the ages of 19 and 50, would be 40 milligrams per day. This mineral actually has three major functions, one of which is maintaining homeostasis. So after absorption, this mineral regulates homeostasis by regulating excretion. It is secreted in pancreatic and intestinal juices. When there is too little of this mineral in the body, it enters the gastrointestinal tract to be reabsorbed and recycled. When its levels have been restored, less of the mineral is reabsorbed and more of it is expelled from the body in the form of feces. Another major function of this mineral is that it is involved in the functioning of many cellular activities. In fact, it is involved in the functioning of approximately 300 different types of enzymes. These include those that function in the synthesis of proteins, DNA, and RNA, in acid-base balance, and carbohydrate metabolism, and in reactions that ensure the absorption of the vitamin folate from food. This mineral is also important when it comes to the storage and release of insulin, the mobilization of vitamin A from the liver, and the stabilization of cell membranes. It also influences hormonal regulation of cell division, and is needed for the growth and repair of tissues, activity of the immune system, and the development of one's sex organs and bones. Another major function of this mineral is that it regulates gene expression, and it does this by structuring proteins that are deemed essential for gene expression. Proteins that contain this mineral fold around its atom to form a loop. These loops enable nuclear receptor proteins to bind to regulatory regions on DNA, which stimulates the transcription of specific genes and the synthesis of proteins that they code for. Foods that I eat that contain this mineral include dark chocolate, dry roasted cashews, eggs, chicken breast, spinach, shiitake mushrooms, and kidney beans. So, what happens if you have too much intake of this mineral? Well, a dose of 1 to 2 grams can lead to gastrointestinal irritation, vomiting, loss of appetite, diarrhea, abdominal cramps, and headaches. These symptoms have occurred when someone has consumed foods and beverages that are contaminated by this mineral due to being contained in galvanized containers. Now for background, galvanized containers are made of steel that has been coated in layers of this mineral to prevent or slow the process of rusting. Consuming between 50 and 300 milligrams per day of this mineral can lead to a decrease in one's immune function and reduces one's high-density lipoprotein levels, also known as HDL. HDL is the good cholesterol that can protect against conditions such as heart disease, so you really don't want to reduce your levels of that. This mineral, when in the form of a supplement, is marketed to improve one's immune function, sexual performance, and ability to procreate. However, there is no evidence that extra of this mineral is beneficial for the body. Supplements that give 50 milligrams per day of this mineral can actually worsen one's ability to absorb copper, which can lead to a copper deficiency. Now, if you remember from my previous slides, the upper level intake has been set for 40 milligram per day to prevent problems with copper absorption and metabolism. So what happens if you have too little intake of this mineral? Well, the common side effects should be poor growth and development, skin rashes, hair loss, diarrhea, neurological changes, impaired reproduction, and reduced immune function. Now, sometimes the symptoms of this deficiency of this mineral can resemble symptoms of other deficiencies for other nutrients. Now, who is most at risk of this deficiency? Children, pregnant women, the elderly, and vegans, and those who suffer from kidney disease, sickle cell disease, alcoholism, cancer, or AIDS. The risk of this mineral deficiency is greater in developing countries because in developing countries, diets tend to be high in phytates. Phytates are a compound found in beans, grains, nuts, and seeds. Diets that are high with phytates interfere with the absorption of this mineral. Deficiency of this mineral is not common in North America because there are fortified foods and supplements that provide this mineral. Because of this, only 8% of America's population actually suffer from deficiency of this mineral. From a global perspective, 17% of the world's population is at risk of deficiency, especially in South Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa. So what about the history of this mineral and some other fun or cool facts? Well, this mineral was discovered by Andreas Marggraf, an 18th century German chemist, in 1746 in its pure metallic form. Although Andreas Marggraf is widely credited for having discovered this mineral, it was known to the Greeks and Romans prior to 20 BC. This mineral was named by a Swiss physician named Paracelsus. Its name is of German origin, but may be derived from a Persian word, sing, which when translated means stone. Fun facts. This mineral aids in one's ability to taste and smell, and is the 24th most common element in Earth's crust. That means that 75 parts per million of Earth's crust is made up of this mineral. Now, you look to the right of your screen, you should see a portrait of Andreas Marggraf. And once you reach the bibliography section of this presentation, you'll be met by a portrait of Paracelsus. So, who am I? I'm zinc. Yay! Thank you for watching this presentation. I hope you enjoyed it and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!